Is it Halloween still? What's happening?
Hi, folks, and welcome to another Saturday morning Samoflange.
Ooh.
Do or not come Kai!
Hi, you're Matt, and I'm Tinnitus. Oh, wow.
Now.
And I'm Benjamin. That's
What
me.
you gonna do, brother, when Cobra Kai mania runs wild over you?
Wow.
Shrewd, all right,
Wow.
spoiler,
Is this how Hulk Hogan would come into his matches?
This is with Cobra Kai.
With Cobra Kai,
Season 6,
yeah.
Part 2. It is the WWE
Playing in the
version.
background, yeah.
Now, here's the deal. I talked to someone today in my class over this.
Today.
She is way younger than us.
Okay.
She and her friends love Cobra Kai.
Cool.
And have started a drinking game.
So they didn't grow up with Karate Kid like we did, the original movies, but they've started a drinking game in Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, whenever the kids do something stupid, they had to go to half shot glasses because it was too
Oh my
much.
word.
Because there's a lot of stupid. But they
kill
love
you.
it.
That would kill you.
But they understand the kids are
Stupid.
awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh, that's great.
The biggest offender, LaRusso's daughter,
Oh, yeah.
they said is the weakest.
Yeah.
Although I did tell him Robbie is pretty wooden
Do they keep track of how many shots are taken? They probably can't even write with their
agreed
fingers.
that we
but-
love Miguel.
Okay.
We agreed that we love
Sure.
Miguel and Hawk. But she thinks Hawk is a cartoon character because they laugh every time he flexes his Hawk tattoo.
Yeah.
Or he throws a punch or a
Yeah.
kick, it has the Hawk.
Or it has the Hawk
And I was
sound effect.
That's true.
Yeah, it's
That's
great.
funny.
I love it.
And that's when they take a drink.
That's when you need a shot.
I said, have you seen part 2? She said, we haven't seen that one yet. We're catching up. I went, when you see season 6, part 2,
You're like, wait for the podcast.
you need to put down the liquor
Yeah, put it down.
or just drink the whole bottle and then watch it. Because,
For our listeners at home, Matt doesn't drink, and so he
don't.
doesn't understand how this works at all.
well, you're going, because if you drink the whole bottle, I know you're going to love this season.
That's true.
And the thing is, if you don't drink, you're going to be going, what?
Well, see, if you
Now-
drink the whole bottle, you'll miss the first 2 episodes, which is fine, to be honest. You just wake up for the last 3 and then start drinking again.
My favorite part of watching this show with you is when they're doing some scene with the kids. I'm so confused on what the point is.
Yeah.
And you respond
And I
with,
turned to you and I said, I couldn't care less.
which is the exact right answer.
I am so tired of this nonsense right now.
There is so much, and the thing is,
Can I interject you?
oh, absolutely.
That is my number 2 on our top 5. Is me turning to you and saying, top 5 moments of this final season of Cobra Kai is me turning to you and like, I couldn't care less.
That's excellent. Please go with your number 5. We'll
I
do
mean,
this.
my number 5 is death is 50 points, fatality.
That's number 1. That's the
That's
funniest thing you
number
ever said.
1?
That's number 1 because that was the funniest thing you told me. So this is all spoilers.
Crazy.
They're at the Satai Takai,
The Satai Takai!
which is WWE meets Cobra Kai.
so great. It's brilliant.
But it's tag team karate matches.
Yes.
It's
It's
karate matches
chairs
on
and ladders.
chairs. Someone got thrown through a table.
They got
literally
tabled.
got table slammed.
They got DDT'd.
DDT.
And then
they're on a platform,
Yes.
a floating pack.
they have to
platform where
tag
they
in
can
and
fall
out. You can fall
Yeah.
off. It's Royal Rumble.
If you don't tag someone, then it's an all-out brawl.
And we had a cage match too.
yeah, and then you had a Royal Rumble at the end.
Right.
I mean,
What is
Yeah.
going on?
so the thing is, they're talking about. Now, this is a televised event
A televised international event with
that is showing
children.
convicted and escaped prisoner John Kreese on
On
worldwide television. If anyone wants him here, but he
He's
describes
right. He's
it
like,
as
no. All the charges got dropped.
all the charges
Because-
got dropped.
Because who's gonna come after the Cobra? Or something like that. It's like,
Now,
what?
Here's the deal. I really wish you could have explained it better.
Yeah.
You could have explained because we were wondering how did he get
How do you get out? How's
how did
he
get over
walking
to
around in
Japan?
public?
How did he get over to
Yeah.
Okinawa or wherever they were, and then he had to get back to the States. He snuck back into the States. Well, I wish they would have said that this family in Japan is very powerful, very influential,
Sure.
and they
Got
have
him
ways of getting
immunity
it
or
out.
something like
and
that.
they also pulled some political strings and
Yeah.
got him off. You could have, and I would have bought that because
Totally.
they're this powerful foreign.
But just one line of him saying, well, lawyers got me off and dropped all the charges. What?
Because we don't have time to show that.
Right.
But the thing is, you want to show the kids?
for 2-3 episodes.
So anyway, on this nationally televised, everyone around the world is watching because everyone's up at whatever hours. And so they say...
And it's in Spain, so
and for 10 minutes, unlimited points. If every hit is a point,
every hit is a point.
is 10 points.
Takedowns are 10 points. Dang, so they're encouraging people to take beatdowns. And then they say...
A knockout.
Knockouts are 20 points.
And it's like, wait a minute. Are you saying on national television, hey, underage kids, give yourself a concussion. Actually, physically knock
them
hit
out.
Them so hard in the head.
And you can get 20 points for that.
And we're it's incentivizing violence on national TV.
Yes,
but then
to the world.
In the previous episode, when they said someone died in the
Mr.
50s,
Mr. Miyagi
killed someone. They said that was a different age.
That was a different time.
That's a different time. Not that different
when you're incentivizing 20 points for a knockout. And I was like, good God, what was it, 50 points for a death?
That's what she said, 50 points for death. I thought that was so funny. That is my favorite line.
Yeah.
The whole time we watched it.
You could just imagine.
That was the best thing you said. That is number 5.
That's number 5.
Insulting.
Oh, okay.
That is so. Oh, wait. Now, I know what your number 1 is.
Okay.
Never mind. Never mind. Save that for number 1 because it sums up the entire.
You know exactly what my number 1 is.
Yes, I do. Okay. But that was so good because here they are fighting. First off, all right. This is when one group gets. They were cheating.
They were cheating for.
They're the really rottens from the Laugh Olympics.
What are they? The performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah,
they got
so they're out. Yeah. Well, then they come in and I guess they're roid raging.
Yeah, they must be.
They punch out and get 20 points by knocking out the
out the lead officiator.
But there's no security.
No.
There's no one there.
And then the rumble begins.
And
Let's
get
ready to rumble.
Yeah, everyone starts fighting.
Yeah.
Everyone. And you're like, what is going
on?
The
referee got body slammed.
But thankfully, the cameras are still rolling.
Thankfully, the cameras were still rolling. All automated.
Jerry. What? I mean, they have cut.
And that scene went for maybe 20 minutes of Royal Rumble.
Well, they have now cut the strings of reality.
Yes.
Because now we are in no. And I told you this. We're watching the unlimited tag team, the high platform battles, the over-the-top matches and skill tests and stuff you got to do. I turned to you and I said, you know what? I said, I don't mind it. I'm fine that we're being overly serious about karate.
Mm-hmm.
We're blowing it. It's like, what was that? Dodgeball. The comedy where they just blow up in this world.
Yeah,
that's good. Serious sport, but it's all comedy.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I don't mind it being a farce.
Yeah, it was a farce by the end.
Make it sound like the world we're in, if we don't have karate, karate is peace, the way to life. I'm all fine with that.
We're clearly in an alternate timeline.
I am confused. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead with number 4.
No. My number 4 is CGI Miyagi.
I was about to say that. That's why I thought it could be on.
Yeah.
We both like that scene.
Yeah.
First off, the young actor.
The young Miyagi was terrific.
He was perfect.
I mean, perfect.
I'm okay with them doing flashbacks with him being Miyagi.
Absolutely. Totally bring him back. I would love to see more of him as much as possible. He was great.
They have been great. I mean, they got a young Kreese that I think is perfect. They got a young Silver, I think is perfect.
And I don't know, I know the Kreese and the Silver were actors, but I don't know if the young Miyagi was...
He didn't speak.
Superimposed Miyagi face with AI on an actor.
Oh, maybe
like they might have got somebody close, but then superimposed young Miyagi, what he might have looked like.
You're right. That could have
on
been
him,
happening.
which is why it looked so good for him. But he didn't speak. You're right. But then when it flash forwarded to the 70-year-old Miyagi, it looked like a video game CG, which is fine. I mean, it was okay, but it filled a moment, and I wish it hadn't looked so video gamey.
Yeah.
I wish they'd had a better budget or done something different with it so his mouth looked more realistic or something like that, because it totally took me out of the moment. But I liked the moment, and that's why it's my number 4, is because I loved the idea. You knew he's having a dream right away, that Daniel's dreaming about Mr. Miyagi, but I mean, you think about, of all the fights that we would have taken, if we'd have taken a piece of paper or, the string with the red tape and the figuring out the crime and getting a red yarn to all the way across the wall, like who's fought whom and who's killed whom and doing whatever on solving the case, that I would never have drawn a string to Miyagi fighting Daniel. Like, we've gotten Kreese versus, everybody else, and then we finally got to see these people fight and these people fight. Never would have drawn a string to Daniel fighting Miyagi. And I thought I loved that they even pulled that fight out. And like because a couple of times we were like, oh, we haven't seen this fight yet. We haven't seen that person fight this person.
Absolutely.
And I was pleasantly surprised by that one. Oh, we haven't seen this one yet. And so, and Miyagi or Daniel fighting the ghost of Miyagi in his past and that kind of thing. It's just, that was amazing. I loved that so much.
And a fight that we did not get before was Kreese and Silver.
Right. And we were shocked. Like, how did we not think about this?
Think about that, because they would have to show down. Eventually.
They would have to.
So another, dream matchup that we had there, that was good too. I'm sorry, but go ahead. That was 4, so 3.
That was 4, yeah. And my 6th honorable mention is Silver showing back up in the hot tub like he did.
Like he did in 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like in
part 3.
Cigar.
That was a
ponytail,
good reveal.
Good callback. I don't know if you're going to do this for 3, but go ahead. I don't know what 3 is. I don't want to spoil it.
I just looked the reveal of another random bad guy.
There it was. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
We didn't understand what the random bad guy was.
Who is this guy with the long hair?
And they saved the flashback.
And I was like, I need a flashback. And then we didn't get it, and we forgot about him for a minute. And then right when he came back up, boom, flashback to Karate Kid 3.
No one is random in this.
Nobody was random.
Nobody's random.
And I was so scared it was going to be Hilary Swank.
They brought this no-name actor from 3 back.
Who probably didn't even have a line.
He didn't. I don't know. I think he just trashed stuff.
And
but they found
but
the
that's
actual
what I'm saying.
guy.
If he didn't have a line in part 3 and he didn't have a line in this one, he got paid $50 maybe for that, because he can't be in the Screen Actors Guild because he didn't even say one word.
But it's perfect.
He
got to come back.
He got to come back
3 and do a show. That's great.
They found everybody. Everybody who they could possibly find who would say yes.
Supposedly Snake is dead.
Yeah,
They killed off Snake from 3. But in reality, they said they tried to reach out to him. They can't find him. The last movie he did was 2002, and he just dropped off.
They can't find him?
They can't locate him.
Wow.
So either he's dead, he fell off the grid. These people get lost after a while. And this is back before the internet was too big, dial up and stuff. And 2002 wasn't really the marksman thing.
Yeah.
So, but he had just kind of fallen off, and they didn't know where he went. So he's gone.
Wow.
He's not coming back.
But we wrote him off as dead.
And the only person they haven't brought back.
Yeah.
Is Hilary
Swank.
And hopefully in the last 5 episodes, I'm assuming, is what the series will end up on. Hopefully we don't see
we don't see her.
But if I know these people, they're sandbagging their money to get Hilary Swank I hope not. But I at this point,
because we know there's a movie,
she's the only one. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, we know there's a Jackie Chan tie-in coming up too,
which is great.
Which we might.
Wait.
What if we got Jackie Chan?
I don't think he'll be in the show.
Okay.
I think he's busy filming the movie, because this show and the movie filmed at the same time. So part 3.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm kind of wondering how much LaRusso's in on it.
Well,
obviously he has a
exactly, and that's because he doesn't. But he didn't have that
big of a role.
This time. So who knows?
So yeah, but either way though, before you get to number 1, I do want to say a few things here. If they do a spinoff, which they want to do, I think Johnny's story is good. I think we're good on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike Barnes, I wouldn't mind.
This show could be considered Johnny's story, in a lot of ways.
But Chosen's second chance is what we
call
call
it.
Chosen steals the show here. The scooter. The electric scooter that he gets. I mean, this guy. And here's the thing. And I told you, this is the problem with.
What was it he said before? He threatened somebody. He was like, "I'll come back. I'll kill you."
I'll kill you. And then he hops on an electric
scooter.
Gets on a
motorized scooter.
But it's like a little bitty scooter. And just scoots away on it. Like it's the
with
sissiest
all
thing.
the big dick energy in the world. He's just like,
Rampant. And the thing is, I told you, it ruined 2 for me now, because he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy too. Yeah.
But I cannot. I'm wondering.
You'll
next
never
time
be
I
able to
watch
take him seriously.
I'm gonna be like, Chosen, my friend, you can hit Daniel. It's fine.
You go ahead.
No, Daniel, don't be mean to Chosen.
Yeah.
Because now I am endeared.
Yeah.
To Chosen.
Chosen hits women in part 2 though, so he's got some bad qualities still. He still beat the crap out of Kumiko whenever that they were at the end.
I love it. I love it because here's the deal. And if everyone's story arc, they've done Johnny justice. Obviously,
Sure.
Johnny's gotten justice, but I feel like they're done with Johnny. They're done with Johnny's arc. Johnny's arc ended after 3, and Chosen has risen.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the chosen one, and he has gotten such a fun. And the actor I know is enjoying this because he doesn't have to play serious, frowny face villain.
Yeah.
Like he did, generic villain like he did in 2. Now he gets to really have fun with the role, and you can tell he's having fun.
It is fun because the villains from part 1 and part 3 are the villains still.
Yeah.
But part 2, Chosen, Sato was really the villain of part 2, and Sato's been gone for a while, but Chosen was the big fight at the villain at the end of part 2. So it is funny that he's turned entirely into a not just a ally, but a fan favorite ally.
And really good. Great comedic moments with him, which is great. And then, of course, we'll go ahead and get to your number 1 because there's a few other things I want to talk about. But Chosen delivers one of the best lines in the season. One of the
best lines.
Which sums up the entire season
Which sums up the entire, especially the last 3 episodes.
This Cobra Kai series
Chosen said, this team falling apart faster than Crunchy Taco.
And that he said it dead laced is great too. Like he's
so
mean.
Good.
He's saying it serious. He's not saying it as a joke.
And then he's like, must pull heads out of our asses, but think quickly. I will pull heads from your asses for you.
I love him.
Come on.
That's what I want.
He's so serious.
And the
dead
thing is,
straight.
After watching part 2 of season 6, this series is falling apart like a crunchy taco.
That was what you said after we closed it up.
And they need to get their head out of their asses or else they're playing.
After we turned it off, I was like, Matt, what just happened? He says, I don't know, but the writers are just falling apart like a crunchy taco.
Yeah, I know. That's falling apart like a crunchy taco. That is a solid line to deliver.
Ooh, I'm going to use that in my regular life.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't know. He is just... Chosen is just really good, and the series overall just kind of goes off the rails, but it was fine. I told you this the whole time. See,
it was a blast.
This is very over the top now, and it's kind of gotten silly and farcical. But the thing is, though, I don't mind if they just want to blow out and have a party at the end.
You're right, and there weren't as many seasons, or I'm sorry, there weren't as many episodes in this season as there were in the previous 2, where I was like, okay, kids. Let's get your contractually obligated storylines out of the way so that we can get to the good stuff. This latter half, at least, we only had, I think, 2 episodes that I was just like, all right, I couldn't care less about any of this. Any of this off-the-mat stuff means nothing to me.
Some things, and that was dumb too, some things I did not like, and we had talked about this previous, is it's so obvious that they're doing things due to production cuts. That's why everyone can't come.
That's how we started talking.
That's why people can come and go at different times.
Yeah.
That's why when they all look at each other in the locker room and goes, guys, this is the last time we're going to be fighting together.
Yeah.
Why?
This has never been explained.
Who said that?
Right.
One kid's going to MIT, but that's it. He'll be off for the summer.
That's it.
I don't think he's leaving the team. So I'm like, wait, why is the team all breaking up? Because it's the final season.
Yeah, but they broke that continuity. They didn't explain it to anyone else.
It's like Deadpool looking at the audience and breaking the fourth wall.
That's exactly. And I wonder how many people caught on to that. I really wonder how many people actually, because everybody who's watching the show probably knows it's the final one.
It was never hinted that someone's moving over here. No. They're moving to so-and-so. No. They're going to college here. It was
never hinted that Johnny or Daniel said, we're not going to do this anymore.
The band is not breaking up.
No.
But they know it's the final season.
Right.
So they say that.
So they've dropped it in there.
And it makes zero sense.
Right.
And so I hate that. I hate that I think the writers took, honestly, my thought is the writers took off, put someone else in charge of season 6, and they went and worked on Karate Kid Legends.
That's quite possible. And remember that pilot or that moment where Johnny and Miguel fly back home, right? And as soon as they get there,
the whole episode is them flying
home. And then as soon as they get there, she's like, "I'm okay, boys, go back."
Go immediately.
It was almost like, because we had just finished watching the tag team episode, and I was like, it's like the writers had a tag team. One of them came in and he tagged out, and he's like, "Oh, this is garbage. Let's send them back." And he just wrote them back in.
At the very last few minutes when they finally get back to her, she goes, "Go back." And they go, "Oh, okay." And then
they go back.
And the next episode, they're back already.
And that's it. Like that.
It takes a day, I guess, to fly back. It's a round trip ticket to wherever they are around the world. So, but I was like,
who's paying for these plane tickets?
Yeah, for real.
The Sakai Takai?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
But the thing is, though, it's extremely dumb. It was extremely dumb.
Yeah.
And the other thing I hated, I thought was a missed opportunity, was I wanted to get to know the other teams.
Yeah.
There were some cool names.
Yeah.
The Dublin people.
The Irish team.
The Irish team.
And the Thailand team,
Thailand
and
team.
then the Tigers, and then who else?
But they did the Iron Dragon.
The Iron Dragon team was
which
good.
turned out to be what's his face?
Ivan Drago.
Yeah, Drago's team. But the thing is though, I want to know more about all the characters.
Drago!
Give them all more character. Have the Dublin. That's what you have. You have each one of the kids get to know each part of the staff.
That'd be great.
Instead of their own little storylines.
I love that.
Robbie and LaRusso girl, they meet the Dublin people.
Sure.
And maybe they they party and get in trouble with them or whatnot. and then the kid and MIT and Hawk, they go and they meet the other team. Whatever.
Yeah.
The White Tigers that turn out to be the
Sure.
villains, but then they find out something's off with them. Like maybe they're the ones that catch them
actually
cheating.
robots.
They're the ones that tip the referees off. Now here you go. They find out that they're cheating. They say, "Hey, we know you need help against Cobra Kai. We love you. You're cool. Here, take this.
Take this."
And they're like, "Whoa, what's that?" That would have been a great
And then you have a
storyline.
Saved by the Bell moment where you're like, "Whoa."
And then
Hold
maybe
time out.
maybe Hawk's thinking about doing it because he got his ass handed to him by Cobra Kai. He doesn't want it to happen again.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
then MIT's trying to talk him out of it,
Yeah.
or vice versa. And they're like, no, we can't. Then they decide that they can't cheat. And on top of that, they have to turn them into the judges, which is how they get expelled, which is unfortunately lets Cobra Kai back in. But they were the ones that let Cobra Kai back in by exposing the cheater. This is This is much
Brilliant.
better.
Writes itself.
And the thing, it writes itself. And at the same time, then what do? The White Tigers attack Miyagi.
Miyagi-Do.
They come behind them and they go, whoa, what's going on? Stop, break it up. And everyone starts karateing because Cobra Kai joins in. But because the Dublin people are friends with Robbie and LaRusso girl, they jump in to defend Miyagi-Do.
That explains.
And so now everyone's battling everyone now.
That explains so much better than what happened.
Yeah, and the referees can't break it up because everyone is fighting.
Yeah.
And they're trying to break it up like the school fight, too, or whatever.
And that's what happened in the first 2 episodes. Whenever I dropped that, I could not care less because you and I and Megan were all confused. Like, wait a minute, she's dating who? And I thought that they were together. And that's when I broke it up. And I could not care any less who Sam is kissing or dating or whatever anymore because she's kissed to everybody. I think.
But the Iron Dragon people, they gave him a little bit of storyline, but give them more.
Yeah,
maybe Iron Dragon is.
I loved the Iron Dragon
is
backstory thing.
Maybe the girl who's in love with Robbie goes after what's her face on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, exactly.
And then so they're joining in, and Drago's protecting Miyagi-Do against Cobra Kai. But then another group that whatever you could tie in these, you could tie in all of these other relationships and people picking sides.
Yeah.
And it kind of forms up between Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai.
And this is what happens when international agencies encourage knocking out children.
Yeah.
And death for 50 points.
But someone gets knocked down, they go,
20 points, y'all.
Are we still counting points?
Yeah, are we still counting?
But that would be much better than the chaos. You could have the same chaotic scene.
You could have it, but just give it more of a
everyone's going
reason.
after it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, Kreese and Kreese and Silver going at it.
That was
Their
interesting to
team's going-
see Kreese going for the death kill with the knife. He was going to kill Silver straight up. Like,
that's the other thing. Okay, so at the end, again, we've already said someone dies.
Yep.
By his own hand, which I was shocked. I thought they were going to kill the other guy.
I thought they would too, but
But he falls on the knife and dies. And all he can say is, shut the cameras off? How about...
Turn off the cameras!
How about we have a doctor here? If we're giving 20 points for a knockout, you better have a doctor. No, he doesn't say get a doctor.
I think the doctors got all...
He doesn't
they got
call
knocked
for a
out.
doctor.
Yeah.
He just says turn the cameras off.
You're right.
This is a lawsuit here. Yo, that's too late.
Yeah, dude.
You're on the internet now.
Yeah. It's forever.
The
Sakataka is done.
And the thing is, it shouldn't have been filmed. You had to have it filmed so that LaRusso's wife could see what was going on.
True.
All the other characters could have. That's the other thing.
They're having their pizza party at home.
They're having a pizza party, and I almost promised Benjamin. I said, I bet they bought them pizza and said, hey, let's just show up and just film you eating pizza for a minute, guys. They're like, wait a minute, that was a scene for Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's what they got paid in pizza. Yeah, exactly.
They got paid in pizza to do it because there was hardly any talking. LaRusso's son gets his one cameo storyline where he decides,
for crying out loud.
It wasn't me that made you poop your pants, but I think it's funny. But you know what? To make it up to you, I'll drink X-Lax too and poop myself.
Poop my pants.
Why?
Because
why would that make it better?
It fits this character's
and then while he's drinking
logic, though.
The other kid finds out that it's not him, it's the other girl. But he lets LaRusso drink the X-Lax.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, Mom, hurry, run, back to the house. Why? Because the kid won't let you use his bathroom?
Yeah, because that bathroom doesn't work. I can't use a black guy's bathroom. Are you kidding me?
And again, the writing is... And the thing is, the only reason I come down on it is because there's some solid. If you look at season 1, go back to season.
Oh yeah,
1,
totally different.
and flash forward to now. It's night and day.
Off
who's
the
writing this.
rails.
I mean, it's just off the rails, bonkers now.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, it's the last season, and I'm happy for it because it probably should have ended after season 3.
Man, imagine if Star Trek Picard had gone this long.
Oh
Woo!
man, it is honestly like a season 1 and 2 of Picard. I won't say 3 because 3 is good.
Yeah.
But season 1 and 2 of Picard versus any season of Next
Anything.
Generation.
I found out that I would too. I found out a good friend of mine was a writer on season 3, and I was like, "Hey, way to go, man!" Because he got laid off by Paramount, but then he got his trophy for Picard season 3 because it won some kind of award, and he posted it online. I was like, "What? I didn't even know he worked on season 3. It was great."
Good.
Anyway, Jake Black is my friend. He was great.
Go work on Cobra Kai.
Seriously, Jake.
But honestly,
he got laid off by Paramount. Maybe he'll pick it up and
I don't
Cobra
work
Kai.
for Cobra Kai, but yet I came up with a better story.
Yeah, no kidding.
The next day I thought, what would have been better? And it's not hard. And the thing is, though, that way the kids, I'd be interested in the other teams, and we would be introduced to them through the kids,
and it would matter.
Annoy me.
Exactly.
But then you build these relationships so that when the fight comes, that's why the Dublin come in. That's why the Panthers or the White Panther are mad at Ethan and Mike. But everyone can have their own little storyline. Who's
and
left.
it wouldn't have taken long, especially if they can write out John Kreese's entire criminal history with one line saying, "Oh, the lawyers got me off."
There was another, that dark-haired girl that I still don't know her name, who was on the team for a little while and replaced by the black kid.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever her name is. You could have given her. Is there someone else that was on the team? Were there 6? Oh, Miguel.
I couldn't care less.
Miguel had his own stupid storyline, but Miguel and her could be making. Miguel can be making friends with other people, getting to know them, and she's getting to know. That's what I'm saying. The kids can go and know these other teams.
And it would matter.
A few members of the other teams, and now when they're fighting, they used to be friends, but they got to fight it out. They fight honorable. They give each other back pats. They're being good sports where Cobra Kai isn't.
Either way, that ship has sailed. So now we've had the Royal Rumble, and we've only got how many episodes left?
I believe it's 5 episodes each.
So there are 5
series.
more.
So I believe, and so it's going to in March. I think this.
Is it March? I thought it was sooner than that.
I think it wraps up, but
we know it's going to
when
wrap.
it wraps up.
So we're expecting Hilary Swank for one. We don't want her, but we're expecting her, kind of thing. We're expecting anyone else as far as cameos. We're done with everybody.
As far as cameos, we're done. Never mind. No, part 2. When does part 3 come out? I don't see that.
Oh. Well, here we are.
I don't see it.
Both of us live on the air on Saturday morning.
I'm trying to look at part 3. I looked at part. Oh wait, hold on. February 13th.
So it is February 13th.
February 13th. It all ends, and here's the deal. I don't want Hilary Swank. I think they're going to do it, just because it's the last season. That's the only.
Cobra Kai season 6, part 2, premiering November 5th. Part 3 will be released on February 13th, 2025. Okay.
So happy Valentine's Day.
Oh boy.
But
that'll be a love letter. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm glad they're ending it. I still am interested in Karate Kid Legends. It is taking place after Cobra Kai. It does take place in the world of Cobra Kai, even though Daniel LaRusso is the only one. I'm assuming he's traveling to Japan to get to know Mr. Han. Maybe this is the build-up. Maybe Mr. Han and Miyagi knew each other.
That's what I was thinking.
And this is going to lead into
that these last 5, the Sakai Takai's done, and that this is just going to be a build into the next Legends thing, or the next movie, or whatever it's going to be.
The next chapter. Either way, I'm interested. I just wish the writing wasn't so sloppy.
Man.
I don't mind over-the-top action. Speaking of over-the-top.
Over-the-top's fine. We like WWE.
We like arm wrestling truckers. You know, I mean,
Turn that hat around.
Turn the hat around. Yeah. I don't mind the silliness, but I wish the writing was a little bit tighter.
Agreed.
And I just feel it slipped a little bit. Either way, though, I'm happy. I'm generally happy with Cobra Kai.
I am too. No, I mean we would have been happy for the whole show to end 2 seasons ago. I think.
Yes, absolutely.
But this has been a wild, fun ride.
It's coming to an end finally. I hate when they do season finales, part 1, part 2, part 3. I despise that.
I'm not a fan of that either. Like, nah, let's not do that.
However, I will be there for the last few episodes. I will be there for Karate Kid Legends. You know, they haven't warded me off yet.
No.
I think if it was a drag on any longer, and I'd probably get wary. I mean, you know, like I said, during the children's scenes, and they've been like that for a while, we've been really bored, but now there's just nothing more that they can do with these kids.
I agree.
There's no other story arcs, and the thing is,
not that anyone would care about.
In my opinion, the story arcs kind of died after season 3 with the kids, and they're basically done. You know?
Yeah. They've got to be.
You know, and now all these side characters are just not treated with importance. But
we would watch a spinoff with Chosen and the Iron Dragons or whatever, right?
Any day.
Any day. Any morning, any Saturday.
Morning.
Samoflange. Yeah.